What's up, folks? Patrick LaRouche here from Evolve Restorative Therapy. You can find me at livepainfreeprocess.com. I'm here to help the super athlete, as well as the super athlete at heart, eliminate pain for the long term, all through self-care. All based on because your body can heal anything, you just have to start working with it. Folks, today we're going to be talking about the postseason. Now it's starting to get wintertime out here. I'm on the East Coast, so it's starting to get cold. A lot of the stuff that you're outside, you're doing things, a lot of the triathletes that I work with are now going into postseason. A lot of people do all sorts of things in postseason. What I want you to focus about in this postseason is learning and gaining new proper movement patterns. So everyone knows about how the hips are supposed to move and everyone's hip flexors are tight, things like that. I want you to really focus on soft tissue work. Bang it down. Start working with the foam roller in a sequence of events that's always compounding stuff to get an area to open. And what I want you to focus on is how your hips move. Okay? So we're focusing on the hip flexor. Hip flexor is a common area. I want you to start gaining more access to that. So two of the things I want you to look at, one exercise is a squat. Everyone knows about squats. It's supposed to help you do many, many different things. But once one thing goes wrong, many things goes wrong. So I want to show you a couple of things that happen to go wrong. And in this postseason, I want you to correct that. I want you to find someone that can help you open your hips. Find someone that's going to get you to teach you proper movement patterns within the hip, whether it be a PT, a personal trainer, a massage therapist, a chiropractor, anyone that's going to help you progress how that hip moves will change your whole next season. If that hip could move, what? Everything just moves. All right, so let's zoom in on this real quick. So what you want to see is you're doing a squat. In the squat, everything needs to be lined up like the picture on the left, like this picture here. Everything lines up. As you start to go down, everything goes right down. You want to think your butt hits the floor nice and even, not one cheek versus the other, like how you're seeing in the right side picture. As you can see, she's able to do the squat. She's able to move, but what's happening within the hip? She's shrugging on one side. You want to notice that that side is an actual problem that you want to start taking care of. So I don't want you to focus on one side. I want you to focus on both sides of your hip structure and get them to move equally. The next thing I want you to notice that possibly could happen is your knees will buckle in. Same kind of concept that's happening here, but your knees will buckle in rather than staying neutral. We want to stay neutral. Now, a lot of people that do the CrossFit, that do a lot of weight load, I wouldn't suggest you doing this because muscle doesn't work as easily as everything else. So if you're putting a massive amount of weight load, you want your legs to flare out slightly because you have more access to more muscle tissue firing, but it's not a natural movement for the body. You want to make sure that's clear. The body works very, very clean and straight line movements based off of what muscle is supposed to work. So if you keep on flaring out and you think that's the right way to go because you have more power, you are wrong. You're compensating, et cetera, et cetera. So let's zoom back on me. All right, folks, so what you want to focus on this postseason, please, is new movement pattern. For this video, I showed you two things within the hip itself. So you want to focus on getting your glute to start working better, your TFL, all your hip rotators, your hip flexors, quads, even your abdomen plays a role in this. Your low back plays a role. So think about you want to foam roll from the nipple down and then your knees up. All those things play a crucial role on how your hips will move. If you do this for the next 3 months, I guarantee you're going to have an even more powerful season next time. All right, folks. If you know someone that needs some hip flexor work or some hip range of motion or some new thought process on how to get new movement, please pass this video to them. And if you're not part of the family, I would love to hear you. So email me if you have any questions, folks. Until next time, bye.